Hey there guys, Fave here, and ever since I did the video about the first 50 Roblox accounts, I've always wondered, what is the first Roblox game? But to answer that question, it gets way more complicated than anyone could have ever previously thought. So before I jump into today's video, today's challenge is, if you've ever hit the spacebar on a keyboard before, smash that like button. And with that being said, let's talk about it. The first Roblox game. Who made the first Roblox game? What was the first Roblox game? Well, before I can explain that, I have to explain a concept called IDs. Right, our classic favorite. So, there are two types of IDs on Roblox. There's actually a bunch of types. I'm just going to talk about two types. There's user IDs, which is the number associated with every account on Roblox, which is the order people joined Roblox. And then there's asset IDs, which include games, models, shirts, pants, audios, hats, gears, all that. Those are all asset IDs. So, to find the first game on Roblox, couldn't we just find the game with the lowest asset ID? That question sounds easy enough, right? You just go through all the IDs and you pick the lowest one. Which would make sense, except that game IDs arbitrarily start at 1500. So if we were to just use IDs to determine the first game, it would be Place 1 Updated For by David Baszucki, where it says it was created in November 2007, but really old games have messed up creation dates because at one point in history, Roblox added a feature where you could go back to different versions of games. And so, the oldest version that Roblox could retrieve for this game was from November 2007, but in reality it was created in March 2006. You know how I know that? Well, you can just keep ID surfing. For example, Roblox World Headquarters, despite being one ID later, was somehow created in March 2008? That's not true. But anyway, we have Room_Environment by Matthew, created on March 11th, 2006. Which, funnily enough, 4 years to the day before Fave joined Roblox with 1A. So who's Matthew, and what is Room Environment Blue with underscores? Well, let's check it out now, shall we? So as you can see, it's like a light blue base plate with some bricks, some red bricks, some white brick. And the reason why old games tend to be more chaotic than modern games is because back in the day, if you played your own game and anything changed about it, when you left the game, it could say, do you want to save your changes? So just playing your game, you could save whatever changed it. And so he was just messing around with some bricks apparently, and this is the result of a mess made over 14 years ago. Really think about that. This dude made a mess in 2006 before a lot of you were even alive, and we can just look at his mess today. Nobody was ever here to clean it up, or fix it up, or anything. So I think that's pretty crazy to really think about. Like, imagine you drop like some spaghetti on the floor, and then nobody picks it up for 14 years. And this is the spaghetti. I mean, come on. This is crazy. But we gotta get back to the question at hand here. What was the first Roblox game? And Matthew seems to be a friend or a relative of an admin of some sort that just joined Roblox really early on. But forget about Matthew, forget about Room Environment Blue. I have to take you to my time machine. We have to rewind it back. So, let's rewind it back. So despite the oldest games being from about March 2006, this is what Roblox's homepage looked like on June 29th, 2005. Now as you can see, there are games that existed before March 2006. Now interestingly enough, none of these links worked. For example, if I click on this one, right, it says, an error occurred, we're sorry. And interestingly enough, in this Roblox error page from 2007, they spelled occurred wrong. So, okay Roblox admins, I see y'all failing, but it's okay, right? Because we're about to get real juicy with the tea here. So, what am I talking about? Well, besides all these old fun facts I could expand on, let's focus on the very first game. Well, if we just take a look at these games on the page here, and some of the top games, if I right click on it, and hit copy link address, right? All the IDs except for a few select models before 1500 don't exist. So if I just typed in ID 1, you're gonna get an error. But interestingly enough, if I copy the link to the game, it's ID 872. But if I were to type in ID 872 into any ID, it doesn't exist anymore. So it's clear evidence that games from 2005 do not exist anymore. So why is this the case? Why can't we find out the first Roblox game ever made? Well, I have a theory. So all the old join dates were reset to February 27, 2006. The oldest known forum posts date back to March 2006, despite the forums existing before then, despite people registering before then. And the oldest games date back to March 2006. So I would say at some point in February or March 2006, Roblox completely reworked its entire website, and older things had compatibility issues and they had to start from scratch. They made a whole ID system and they wanted to roll with it. I hope that makes sense, but I still want to get the answer to this question. What is the oldest Roblox game? Well, so basically what I did here is I copied the link addresses of all these games on the side and compared their IDs, because the lower the ID, the older the game is, as of all the laws of Roblox state. This one is called Fend Off the Bots. So even in 2005 Roblox, people were still battling against those bots. So far, the oldest known Roblox game that we have seen so far on this ancient Roblox site is level number 3, Block It. The reason why I say level number 3, Block It, is the oldest known game is, out of all the games we checked on this page here, it had the lowest ID. And the lower the ID is, the older an asset is, because it goes in the order it was created. And if I were to try to find this game today, say type in the ID, it doesn't exist. But interestingly enough, let's say I just wanted to click on it in my time machine, right? Well, unfortunately, that's not how things work. You get this old error page with the misspelled occurred. Right. So what can I find out about level number 3, Block It? Well, clearly, it's not the first Roblox game, because if this is level number 3, there was 2 other levels before it. So we have to go deeper. So let's go deeper. Well, unfortunately, this is about as old as we can find games on Roblox, so it's getting a little difficult. Now, we could use this list of users here to try to guess who made the game, but the thing you have to remember is that these games are deleted. So when I go ahead and look through Roblox's APIs to check the games that are attached to these accounts don't even have games. The games are banned forever, as a nice way to put it. But from the little information we can gather off about level number 3, Block It, let's try to see what we can do. So let's look at the thumbnail here. So if we zoom in a lot, it's very low resolution, but it appears that these are 2 blue cylinders, a green block of some sort, some red balls on a gray base plate in the sky. Now this is from June 2005 at the latest, and this game is nowhere to be found in modern Roblox. The first Roblox game ever made. We truly don't have the answer to that question. The reality is, they all got deleted. What can you really do about it, right? We can't truly find the correct answer to this. So, let's rewind the tape back. Let's go backwards, okay? What is the oldest game on Roblox, unupdated, that you can still play to this day? Well, I'm glad you asked that. The game with the oldest date created that we can still look at today is Room_Environment by David.Bazooki, created on March 8th, 2006. Now, if we go ahead and join the game here and check it out, it's actually the starter place from 2007, which this is an update and this isn't the old version, so no. Now, interestingly enough, we have yet another game by David Bazooki, aka Builderman. It's updated though. We want to find something that hasn't been updated. Well, we have it. Sandy Place by David.Bazooki, created on March 10, 2006 and hasn't been touched since then. Let's play it. Maybe see what the secrets are left 14 years ago by our ancestors, the pioneers. It's just a sandy base plate in the middle of the sky. It truly is a sandy place. And this is the oldest, non-updated Roblox game that you can still play to this day. I will leave a link in the description so you guys can check it out. This piece of history that started it all. Or at least that we could still access, right? So, it all makes sense now. You see my shoulder pet, 15 Robux. But anyway, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you smash that like button, Follow me on Twitter at Roblox Games. Subscribe and hit the bell to Fave and Fave 2. Join my Discord server, discord.gg/Fave. Join my fan club on Roblox. And it's your boy Fave, and I am